Peter. Well, the Swans have got a rather depleted lineup from last Saturday's team. They have 8 missing from there, and a few more changes have been made this evening, especially if I tell you just that are in. Now, there's a few coming out there. The Swans coming out there with Browning and Barry Round leading them out. But the 3 players in are Bernie Evans, Brad Nimmo and Steve McBroom. David Murphy from Waverley is playing his first senior game for the Swans, and I didn't mean Brad Nimmo. I mentioned him before. He is ex-Coburg, ex-North Melbourne, ex-Essendon, and playing his first game for the Swans this evening. And Mick Condon, who got the $100 in the Reserve Cup game last Sunday, is playing for the Swans this evening. So there'll be a lot of faces out there you won't know, but I'm pretty sure that Lou, Peter and Bobby will keep you informed over the evening. Now let's see what Stephen Phillips has from St Kilda.
Thank you very much, Jack. Magnificent night out here at VFL Park. As is usual at this time of the year, a heavy dew on the ground. St Kilda have 2 players into the side, Greg Sharp and Simon Meehan. They've got a lot of good players out, but Ian Stewart, their general manager, told me as the team was just about to come up, led by Jeff Cunningham, that they really are desperately keen to win tonight. They have put their best side in the field that's humanly possible. Cunningham captain with Barker and Robert Elphingston unfortunately injured and unable to take their place. Fabulous down here. Look forward, Peter, to a great game.
It's a great night as long as you've got a coach, Steve. The umpires for tonight's match, Shane Carbines and Greg Sidebottom, and we'll be back for the first quarter in just a moment. Right, we're just about set for the first quarter. Bob Skilton, any detectable changes? How have they lined up?
Well, the Swans, of course, have lined up with Barry Round in the first ruck. Round, I think, would be looking forward, although he doesn't like playing in the night football, looking forward to having a good run on the ball, because most of the work this year has been done by Stephen Torbett. Danaher, of course, a full back on Lockett, and that's a duel that we'll be waiting to really see. Lockett, one of the finds of last year, and gone on with it this year.
First quarter of the second quarter final from VFL Park. It's a cool night, no winds. We should see a pretty good game, I think. Barry Round, thumps it downfield some 35 to 40 metres. It's at half forward and picked up by Morwood. He's gone for a short pass across towards the point of the square. Rhys-Jones coming in beautifully for the Swans, shoots out the pass, up the half forward, a chance for Davis. Onto the right foot, he kicked, I think it was 3 or 4 in an earlier night game here at VFL Park. The ball tapped towards the boundary line, a chance down there for Tomei to pick the ball up, which he does. And Lane takes the mark, decides to play on from back pocket right, up towards centre wing. Good kick by Lane, into no man's territory out there. Chance for Jenkin. Down goes one of the Swans players with a push in the back, and it's Billy Picken. He'll come up with the free. He'll be very keen to make amends because Bill's form has been down in the last couple of weeks. Pickens kick down towards centre half forward for the Swans. Chance for Rogers. A little bit slow to get rid of the ball. Finally picked up by Fashini. Fashini's kick up towards centre wing. And the mark is taken down there by Witzel. Could be a free kick downfield. And the free for St Kilda will be taken by Grant. Grant at left centre wing for St Kilda. Picken in front again and takes a good mark. So he could be set for a good night. Billy. Hand passes on to Browning, a late inclusion in the side. I think he was originally going to be rested up towards centre field. Centre wing it is. Scooped out, and the Saints go forward again. It's driven up by Jenkin towards left half forward. Picken, yes, another grab. And he's having a great night already. Billy, not a good hand pass. Browning makes amends, looks for and finds Anthony Danaher. Gets clear of Cowie. His kick up towards the point of the square. Trapped beautifully for St Kilda by Burns. A short pass downfield. Hughes is the high flyer. At the back is Jenkin, a chance. He can pick it up, the ball already very slippery. Smith fires out the hand pass, and the Swans get out of danger.
And they take the ball back there towards half back. Tomei overran the ball as a go for Evans. Grabbed a bit high, but not Evans, it was Lane, I should say. Finally picked up by Rhys-Jones. The ball back towards the centre wing position. And they're going in pretty hard both sides. There's a chance now for Cronin to pick this one up for St Kilda. Shrugs a couple of opponents off, goes after it again, but they're falling over pretty heavily at the moment. Little Murphy's in the thick of things. Now it's Cronin coming out of the back with the ball for St Kilda, but in the way there we see Browning to take the mark at half back. This is Browning, kicked to the centre of the ground. Ball punched away by Morwood. Finally driven up there by Chilcott for the Sydney Swans. Kappa got one hand to it. Sharp's giving him a bit of a rough time there. Rogers comes in, clears the pack, but it was a bad hand pass. Going after it again is Little Murphy playing his first senior game. A hand pass coming over now and driven up there by Condon, but well marked in defence by St Kilda's Frawley. Frawley's kick falls short, it's out wide, but the umpire's bringing the ball back. So there's no scorers yet, and we're 3 minutes into this quarter. Well, I don't know what that decision, Bob. Could you give an opinion of that one?
Well, once he played on, Lou, I would have thought that he was over the line and it was a point. But,
unless the umpire hadn't given the sign that it was...
well, he may have been making him come back to go over his, have his kick over his mark anyway.
The ball kicked out now towards the half-back line. Murphy in front. Morwood couldn't get there either, going for the boundary line. The ball is out of bounds on the Sydney Swans half-forward line, about 65 metres around from their goal. No scorers yet. We're just over the 3.5-minute mark of this first quarter. Ball knocked out by Condon, not a good knockout. There's a free kick there for sure. It'll go to Sharp, I should imagine, off St Kilda. This is the ex-Carlton player, of course. Goes for a short pass, and there we see Burns of St Kilda to take the mark. We'll be interested to see how Barry Round goes to tonight, because there's been a lot of talk this week that he should retire. But Barry's a strong character. That ball is out there. On the full, and Cunningham trying to claim the mark, but the umpire said it's out on the full, and the free kicks to go down there to the Sydney Swans, Frangalis.
Gary Frangalis at right half-back flank, almost towards centre wing. Getting underneath the ball side bottom, went for the punch. Its ball knocked towards the boundary line, and we'll see a throw in on centre wing on the outer side of the ground. 4.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Team playing tonight not only for some sizable cash amounts, but also a place in the quarter, the semi-finals, taken by Cronin now. That was Lane up towards centre half forward, knock on by Cowie. A chance for the Saints now to swing into attack. Still no score on the board. Wild or long hand pass up towards Cowie. Grant, long shot at goal, looks pretty good from here, and I think Grant's put it through for the first goal of the night.
Well, that was pretty good play on the part of Lockett after dropping that mark, Bob.
Yes, and his St Kilda teammates very quick to let him know that they realise that Lockett, as we watch the replay now, Lockett trapping it well, giving the hand pass over the top to Cowie, quickly on to Grant, and with the Caltex Teal Cup just having been held up there in Sydney, both Lockett and Grant, ex-Teal Cup players.
5.5 minutes gone, first quarter. The Saints getting the first goal on the board. Knocked away by Sidebottom on this occasion. Follows it up well himself, but still no team can get it out of the centre. The umpire has decided on a bounce, and that will take place only about 3 or 4 metres from the circle itself. Big crowd of players around the ball now. Sidebottom doing the ruck against Barry Round. Round comes in, wins that one. He's won 2 out of the 3. Picked up by Lane. Lane's kick is short down towards centre half forward. Browning a little bit late on the scene. The ball tapped wide of him. Chance for Jenkin. Hot in pursuit is Hughes. Good tackle. The Saints swing into attack again. It is taken down there by Foyster. Up towards full forward. Chance for Lockett. Umpire has found a free kick. It's going to the Swans, and it'll be taken by Browning.
Browning goes for a short kick. It's wide. Picken coming in to meet this one. Can't pick it up at the moment. Gets it back now towards Smith. Smith taps the ball on. Out towards Evans. Fumbles. Picked up by Burns. Going to be a danger play tonight. Rhys-Jones having a great battle there with Tamay. Finally cleared away by Scott. Up towards centre half forward. And there's a good mark taken down there by Frawley. Over it goes to Morwood. Doing a bit of fancy dancing at the moment, but got plenty of time to drive it back there, looking for Cowie. He's got the city, doesn't let him down. That's a mark to Cowie.
Especially under these conditions, Lou.
Yes, it should be pretty slippery out there. The temperature pretty low tonight, around about 6 degrees at the moment. It's pretty cold up on this box. A short kick. And there's a good mark in defence by Chilcott. Been a great find for the Sydney Swans this season. This Sydney boy, as the ball goes out wide to Scott. A good mark. Got away nicely from Jenkins. Now we see the ball kicked over the Sydney Swans half-forward line. And that's Wayne Carroll to take the nice mark at centre half-forward. Takes a fairly good mark this guy too. That's a bad kick, but it's okay. A hand pass coming back to Evans. He's got a run here. The ball drops short over to Capper. Flying shot at goal.
Hit the post.
Hit the post. So just over the 7.5-minute mark, it's the Sydney Swans 1 point. To St Kilda 1 goal, 6 points. Waiting on Sharp to bring the ball back into play for the Saints. Both sides desperately needing to win tonight because they both need the money for sure. That's Favier dropping that mark. Capper falls on top of the ball, can't get it out. They're all having a bit of a dip at the moment. Finally, it's picked up by Wayne Carroll. tried to balk, goes for a hand pass back now to Davis. Davis with a left footer right across the face of goal, but there's no Sydney Swans there. Now's the chance for Sharp. A good defensive bit of play on the part of Sharp, and through Burns, the centre man, they take the ball away from the danger zone.
Frank Garvis tries to trap it with the right hand, not successful, follows it up well. Witzel was there to back him up, but St Kilda go forward. And a good pass coming up towards Lane at half forward. Lane's got speed to get clear of Hughes. Left footer up towards Lockett. Lockett in front, has it knocked away by Danaher. Good defence by the Sydney Swans, but St Kilda desperate at the moment at half forward. Chance for Picken, grab when not in possession, and Billy Picken will take the free kick.
Tell you what, Billy played for that all the way, Bob, didn't he?
Yes,
bit of experience there.
Experience well.
Danaher takes the pass. Bernie Evans at centre field takes the mark. Thought about going off. Beautiful torpedo punt. Plenty of distance in that. No one can take the mark. There's Keel going in solidly. Kicks it actually the wrong way. Chance down there for Frawley to pick the ball up. Takes a wide turn. Hand passes on to Odgers. Odgers at left half-back flank for the Saints now. Grubs one along the ground. A chance for Evans. He can't pick it up, though. It's very slippery out there already. Burns to Keel. Good handball by St Kilda. Shocking kick. Side bottoms there through his legs. Well, Cunningham scoops the ball out and picked up by Frawley. Up towards centre half forward. And a good mark taken out there in front of Witzel. It's Grant, I think. Short pass. Rhys-Jones chipping in front of Lockett. Lane backs up well, though. He's been in the thick of things in the first quarter. Left foot kick is smothered. Chance for a mark. Was it touched or not? No, the umpire says it's okay, and Tomei takes it about 35 to 40 metres out from goal. Tomei, a chance to bring up St Kilda's second goal. They lead by 5 points at the moment. The distance is there. The accuracy will wait on the goal umpire. It looks pretty good from here. It's a goal.
Well, they're doing pretty well, Bob, the Saints. And as a matter of fact, that there's 4 men doing the damage. Keel and Lane and a few of those little guys running around the packs too.
Yes, some of the experienced players in the Swans lineup. As we watch the replay from behind the goals. And lovely kick by Paul Tomei. And he's a young player who deserves to succeed. Really put some work in over the summer.
10.5 minutes gone. The Saints lead by 11 points.
Centre bounce again. Barry Round against side bottom. Knocked out by side bottom. Fumbled by Burns. There's a chance now for Scott to get a left footer back there towards centre half forward. Brady back to Evans. And they go deep into attack up towards the full forward position. Punched away by Sharp, doing a good job down there at full back. Over to Morwood. Morwood goes for a pass to Burns. Oh, he got one in the back. Umpire said play on. Scott gets it out to Barry Round. That's a Barry Round kick, only it covers a bit more distance.
On the shoulder.
Umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Kappa. It amazed me the other day they didn't put him on the ground. They were having such a good struggle against the Swan, against Essendon. Free kick on the back of the neck. He's about, let me see, 30 metres out directly in front. The Sydney Swans badly needing a goal. This fella's a live wire when he's out there on the ground. The ball kicked high, and it's a good kick. It's nearly a goal. It is a goal. So that's the Sydney Swans' first goal. 1 goal, 7 points. To St Kilda, 2 goals, 12 points. And we're just over the 11.5-minute mark.
Yes, possibly a very exciting player. And Barry Round puts the ball forward. And obviously, the umpire felt that Favey was into the back of Warwick Kappa.
Well, we're back in the centre now as we approach the 12-minute mark of this first quarter, the second quarter final of the Sterling Cup for 1984. The ball knocked out by side bottom. Going after his Cunningham, couldn't pick it up. Chilcott's there. He won't give up either. It's Odgers pushing it through for St Kilda. Down they go left and right. Now it's side bottom's turn to pick it up. He fumbles the ball, but he won't let anyone else near it. Going in is Tomei, picked up by Davis, trying to find Rhys-Jones. Finally, there's a hand pass from Davis over to Carroll. The ball falls short up there towards Favier. He's grabbed, but gets it back now to Frawley. Grabbed again, but it's out to Morwood. And they've got a chance to take it away from the danger zone, which they do with a pass out there to Tomei.
Tomei at right back pocket for the Saints now. He's gone for a short pass. And the mark is taken out there for St Kilda by Foister in front of Wayne Carroll. He decides to play on. Long kick to centre half forward. Pickett and Cowie. Knocked down from Cowie. Burns hand pass on to Keel. Keel from the edge of the square. Short kick. Browning should trap it. No. Out comes Lockett. Twisting and turning. A long shot at goal. Will it be there? It's a great one, I think. Yes. What a shot.
goal. The way he came out and got away from his opponent, Bob, he turned enough to get himself on balance. A magnificent goal.
I think Tony Lockett showed there just why and how he's kicked the number of goals he has this year. Lockett, I think, with 48 goals of a Saturday, and that was a magnificent goal. Play, we watched from the other angle, and Lockett, a quick look at goal, look over the shoulder, straightening up, a lovely kick.
13.5 minutes gone, first quarter. Top snapshot for goal. Side bottom thumps the ball some 25 metres downfield. Frangaris is there though. Back to the centre circle. Well followed up by Frangaris. Up to half forward for the Swans, and a good grab is taken out there by Smith. Smith at half forward. The Saints playing good football at the moment. Swans in a little bit of trouble. Can they settle down up towards their full forward position? Condon missed the mark. Hurried hand pass comes out to Croner. That was a throw, surely. And the umpire has played it as such. Right in front of the umpire. If you go for those, make sure you
have your back to it.
Yes. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Davis, a chance to bring up his first goal. I think he kicked about 4 in another night game here. What's he done with that one? It's one behind, a bad miss from about 30 out. That takes the Swans score to 8 points. They trail by 10. Sharp will bring the ball back into play. 14.5 minutes have gone in the first quarter. First and second, of course, 20 minutes in duration with no time on. Out towards the half-back line. A chance there for Fashini to pick the ball up. Couldn't do so. Evans beats him to it. Long kick in towards the forward pocket. Sharp will go the spoil. Can't find a rover. Chance out there for a snapshot at goal for the Swans by Murphy. It's going close. Won't be a score, and the St Kilda defence race the ball over the line, and we'll see a throw in left forward pocket for the Swans. 15 minutes gone.
And it's 10 points the difference in favour of St Kilda, right against the point post in the Swans attacking zone. Knocked out by Sharp again. There's a snap at goal, but it's off target. That was little Murphy again, and it's out of bounds. It'll be another throw in. Well, St Kilda doing pretty well at the moment. 3 straight shots for goal, 18 points. A beautiful goal kick there by Lockett before. He's all class, that fellow. Ball back into play again. Well, actually, Sharp got that one down again, but there'll be another ball up. This time it's about 15 metres out from the Sydney Swans goal. Well, they badly need a win now at the moment. Well, no more than St Kilda, I suppose you could say. Up it goes. Knocked out that time by Ratty it was. Ball on the boundary line again. And this will just to be out of bounds. The umpire's going across to ball it up. So it's 3 goals, 18 points in Kilda. The Sydney Swan goal to 18 points. Just on the 16-minute mark of this first quarter. The second quarter final of the Sterling Cup for 1984. That's Condon knocking the ball down. Grabbed by Evans. A hand pass coming over to Murphy. He was grabbed, still can't pick it up, but he won't give in. Going after it now as Hodges. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to the Sydney Swans. And it could be little Murphy to take the free kick. Let's see who's going to get. Now it's going to be Chilcott. So Chilcott from about 15 metres out on a slight angle, but should kick this one through. Usually a pretty accurate kick, this fellow. There he comes, lining him up. Oh, he's hooked that one. Is it coming around enough? No, not enough, and 1 point. So it's 3 goals, 18 points in Kilda to the Sydney Swans. 1 goal, 9 points as we wait now for the ball to come back into play.
9 points the difference. Favier brings the ball back into play, approaching the 17-minute mark of the quarter, so 3 minutes to go. Favier's kick dropping a little bit short to the half-back line, but Cronin's there and takes the safe mark in front of Browning. Cronin redirecting play up towards centre fields, and Kilda looking the goods in the first quarter now as a hand pass comes out from Hodges up towards half forward. Cowie, if he can pick the ball up, the big fellow having plenty of problems in doing just that, and it will be a ball up.
It's amazing how in these conditions Peter just slides away from you.
Yeah, like a piece of soap, wouldn't it, Bob? Knocked down by Cowie. Wayne Carroll is there. The hand pass is on to Hughes. Hughes from right half back. Well, he's kicked that one high in the air, and a safe mark taken by Tomei, who gets just about offloaded. The kick slewing off the side of the boot, and the mark taken by Smith at the point of the square. Smith at right half back for the Sydney Swans. He's gone for a pass up to the right half forward line. That's okay. Picked up by Davis. Davis onto Evans. Evans from right half forward. Long shot at goal. Kappa and Favier. Kappa's got it, I think. I'll wait on the goal umpire. He might have been just over the line. Now he's played the mark, but I think he'll find himself right on the boundary line. That would be the correct place.
It's great to see two young full forwards playing here today. That's Kappa and Lockett, Bob. They're both exciting players.
Yes, both players of the future.
Kappa's kick, tries to steer that one through, and I think he's done it. He has. So Kappa puts through his second, a badly needed one for the Swans. Sterling Cup scoreboard shows the Saints in front by 3.
As Warwick Kappa's kicking style might not be as fluent as Tony Lockett at the other end, but on replay now we see the mark by Warwick Kappa as he very close to the boundary, to the goal line, went sliding through the points, and Warwick Kappa really straightened himself up and kicked a nice goal.
Kappa's got 2 goals for the Swans. Lockett has 1 for St Kilda as we approach the end of the first attack.
And it's out there now with Evans thumping the ball. They still can't get it forward. It's scooped out now, picked up by side bottom. A hurried kick out wide as they go for Cowie. But coming out to meet Cowie as Witzel, it bounces right for the Sydney Swan. He goes down. He got one pretty high. Fashini now scoots around the boundary line. Shows a lot of pace. He just stepped inside the line. Goes for a short pass. Cunningham couldn't mark that, but he's got it under control now. Out there on the centre wing position with a beautiful pass to Tomei. 3 points the difference. Oh, nearly hand passed. He balked that one as it goes down towards Lockett. He's got it. Good mark to Lockett. I like this style, the style of this fellow. He's already kicked 1 goal. He's only about 30 metres out directly in front at the moment. St Kilda lead by 3 points. And this is shaping up to be a tip-top game too. Both sides desperate to win this match. Shot by Lockett on its way, and the umpire didn't have to move for that one. It's a goal. So we're just on the 20-minute mark. There's the siren to end the game at a quarter time in the second quarter final of the Sterling Cup for 1984 at St Kilda. 4 goals, 24 to the Sydney Suns at 2 goals, 3-15.
The Swans won through to the quarter-finals of this rich night competition for the 7th time in 8 years with a resounding 69-point win over Fitzroy. The Lions could manage only 1 goal, 7 after quarter time, while the Swans, under Ricky Quade, overcame weak opposition and pouring rain to build home 13 goals. Tonight, it's the Swans and the Saints on 7 Sterling Cup action.
9 points the difference at quarter time. Lockett 2 for St Kilda, Grant 1 and Tomei 1 for the Swans, Kappa 2. Curtain raiser match tonight, saw a thrilling match, and it came out like this, with Marcellin College victorious by 4 points. Stephen Phillips.
Thank you, Peter. Well, these 2 seats behind me, they're probably the best 2 seats in the House of Vacant. This is where the interchange stewards sit. Unfortunately, either the interchange stewards have forgotten to arrive tonight, or none have been appointed. So the teams have been interchanging at will and not bothering to tell anyone, because there's no one to tell. Out there on the ground, Ricky Quade quite heated. Tony Jewell very pleased with his side's performance, and we might have an explanation. The young Tony Lockett, who looks about 17 stone, we think he's got his wetsuit on. We'll find out a little later.
Certainly be a very good idea wearing it tonight, Steve. In fact, a couple would be excellent apparel in this weather. Bob Skilton, how did you first quarter?
Yes, I was just thinking Tony Lockett may have complained about the heat on Saturday. I don't think it'll be worrying him out there tonight. Having a player like Lockett at full forward gives them a focal point to kick to. But I thought it was the St Kilda smaller players, Keel, Grant and Lane, all doing well, whilst across the half-back line, Cronin, Frawley and Morwood were quite solid and continually put the ball back. The height of the Swans has yet to really come to the fore, because the St Kilda defence have been punching the ball away, bringing the ball down to the ground to allow for those smaller players. Fabier doing a fine job against Rhys-Jones. Fabier kicked a lovely goal himself, but side bottom I think has had the better of the ruck drills so far with Barry Round, and across the centre line drills have probably been fairly even, with the Chilcott on top against Fashini, Burns and Scott fairly even in the centre, but all in all a fairly even quarter with 5 scoring shots to 4, but St Kilda having 4 straight goals. And there's Tony Lockett, who's kicked 2 of those goals, and as we saw with the score in the schoolboys, the Swans would be certainly hoping it's not a repetition where De La Salle kicked 6 goals 15 to 9 goals 1, 25 scoring shots to 10, and yet went down by 5 points.
It was a great game, Bob, wasn't it, to watch?
It certainly was, Lou.
It was exciting.
One of those games where it was unfortunate that one side had to lose, but so far it has been a better performance by St Kilda. I think they've led their way to the ball, and their teamwork has been superior.
Second quarter of the second quarter final now in the Sterling Cup. Barry Round against Bottom. The Saints lead by 9 points after kicking 4 straight in the opening term. Wayne Carroll diving on the ball with Keel, and the umpire has decided on another bounce. This one will be a lot more crowded, as you can see, with about 20 players around the ball. Same ruckman, won by side bottom, picked up by Cronin. His kick was well smothered. Frangakis is there, had the ball and lost it. The umpire says it will be a free kick, and Gary Frangakis will take it from centre field. Frangakis straight down the ground. St Kilda defenders are there, and Burns takes the mark at half back. One of the more experienced St Kilda players. Burns back to centre field again. Cowie at the back, couldn't take the mark. Browning flicks the ball out. Side bottom went through, didn't take the ball with him. Chance for Scott out there to chip the ball forward. That's okay. And the Swans swing into attack again, and it's taken away for them by Murphy up to half forward, but Favier's there. Favier gets away from big Michael Condon, and the ball just bouncing, I think, inside the line. Yes, it did. And we'll see a boundary throw in at left half forward for the Swans at the 1 minute mark of the second term. Still no score in the second quarter as we await the boundary throw in. Round, side bottom. Brady chips in there as well. Frawley got one in the back, but the umpire didn't see it. Yes, he has seen it, and Frawley will take the free kick, and he'll also get a 15-metre penalty. We saw plenty of those here yesterday, Lou, in the Hawthorn-Collingwood game.
Certainly did, Pete.
Frawley's kick towards centre wing. Browning goes for the attempted punch, not successful. Picken is there, a hurried hand pass, picked up by Rhys-Jones. Was he grabbed a little bit too high? Yes, says the umpire, and Rhys-Jones will take the free kick at left centre wing. A short pass, very slippery. Oh, chipping in beautifully is Moore. What a great mark. Got it away from Murphy. His kick to half forward now for his side. Witzel tries to trap the ball, not successful. Smith has better luck. Umpire calls play on. He was looking for a free kick. Keel. Wild hand pass out to Cunningham. Jenkins backs him up. Ball becoming very slippery. Tries to get it back to Keel, but Browning intercepts, and the Swans get out of the danger zone.
And it's Hughes kicking the ball down towards that wing position. Grady goes after it now. Ball finally knocked back there, cleared back there again, and a mark taken here by Carroll. It's Carroll of the Sydney Swans out there at half back. 9 points the difference. A nice bit of balking that time by Carroll. A long kick up there towards Kappa, but he couldn't get there. In the way is Sharp, who's played a fairly good game down there in defence tonight, Bob. He's been very steady.
Yes, he's played a lot of games in defence for Carlton reserves, and does know the position well.
Barry round the backs. Grab that one. Barry wants to grab a few more tonight. He's out to prove that he's not ready to retire yet. And there's been a bit of pressure on this great player. The ball goes back there towards the centre of the ground. Side bottom dropped an easy one. That's Cronin getting a short kick. No one can pick it up at the moment. Smith spinning out of the pack. A long hand pass out wide. Murphy swooping on the ball. A long hand pass from Scott over to Evans. Evans running to an open goal. This could be dangerous. Fires. Doesn't quite make the distance. The ball hits the deck. There's a chance now for Davis to pick this one up if he can. Taps it back, trying to get it to Brady. Burns is there too. Brady goes down. It's very slippery. Picked up by Scott. He's slung. And finally the ball is taken away that time by Frawley. Back towards there, knocked away by Cowie. Picked up again by Browning. A short kick and a mark taken here by Scott at centre half forward for the Sydney Swans. The kick is up there towards the full forward position. Kappa got one hand to it, couldn't hold it. Hodges comes after the ball now for the Saints, goes for a hand pass, and it's Cronin taking the ball away from that half-back flank position. It's around Murphy. He's got him round the neck, but he's set play on because he's got an open go. Kicks the ball to the centre of the ground. Players position themselves, and there's a good mark taken there by Cunningham. Cunningham at centre field. Will get a 15-metre penalty. Goes for a short pass. It'll be okay. He's found. Oh, Burns stopped that time. And this allows Witzel to get an even break and kick the ball clear of that half-back line.
To Brady and Witzel again. Witzel, I think, only one of about 2 Swans players using the long sleeve. Frawley gets one in the back. Surely. Umpire says no free kick. Chilcott. His kick is back towards centre field, but it's kick for kick at the moment. Lane intercepting well for St Kilda. Lane's kick to centre half forward. No mark paid down there to Cowie. In goes Jenkins. The umpire has found a free kick to the Swans.
Hughes.
I think for, well, a push in the back, I presume. And he'll take the free kick, Hughes, at centre half back. Jenkins standing on the mark. Hughes goes towards the member stand side, looking for Witzel. He'll get the mark and or free kick. Witzel at right centre wing. Swans lacking a little bit of teamwork at the moment. And a good mark taken down there for them by Kappa, who's already kicked a couple of goals. Hodges didn't bother to think about the mark. Gets it down to Morwood. Shrugs 2 tackles. Well played from Paul Morwood. A short pass is okay as well. And the Saints through Cronin get out of danger. Cronin from right half gets it back to Keel at centre field. Good play, St.Kilda. Oh, he almost ran into Carroll. In fact, he did down there. That was Foyster. He'll get the free kick and a 15-metre penalty. Plays on straight away. Up to centre half forward. Oh, yes, good mark to Chilcott. Taking it in front of Cunningham. Chilcott at centre half back. Back to centre wing. Burns was there. Lovely balk. Attempted smother by Frangalis, not successful. Keel late on the scene. The spoil was okay though. A hand pass comes out to Picken. Picken to Frangalis. The Swans go forward now. Frangalis, a short kick down towards centre half forward. Favier just about took the mark, but the umpire says play on. Cronin in plenty of trouble. Sharp comes in to back him up. The umpire's found a free kick to St Kilda. And Cronin looking for a 15-metre penalty, but none there. And Cronin with the free kick at left half-back flank. Tony Jewell looking worried, but doesn't he always? Up to centre wing. Strong mark down there by side bottom. Any overhead mark tonight I think is a good one. Hodges to half forward in the road. Browning. No one there. No one running past at all to back him up. Now he sees a lead from Danaher, but it's too wide, so he goes long on kick, looking for Brady. It's knocked away from him. Loose ball at centre field. Who's going to get it first? Round ran straight past it. A chance for St Kilda. Tamay fires out the hand pass to Keel. Keel from centre field, up the half forward, and a good mark by Frangalis.
And we're just on the 7-minute mark, and St Kilda still in front by 9 points. They're looking the better side at the moment, but it's very early in the evening. Punched away again by Frawley. The ball hits the deck. A chance for Brady to get clear. He actually threw that one out, and the umpire's going to ball it up on the centre wing position. They're looking stronger. Their defence is standing up very well at the moment, Bob, St Kilda's.
Yes, Frawley doing well at centre half back. They're not allowing Brady to really get on top, even though Brady's leading the disposal of the Swans, leaves a lot to be desired.
That was side bottom getting that knockout. Down goes Carroll, grabbed a bit high. The umpire still called play on. Plenty of latitude given by these two umpires. And of course it's very slippery out there tonight, and it's pretty cold out here at VFL Park. Ball up. Knocked out by Round, picked up by Keel. St Kilda little men doing pretty well at the moment. And the umpire will ball it up out there on that half-forward flank position. It's on the Sydney Swans half-forward line, about 70 metres out from their goal. That we see side bottom grab that one, but it's a fresh air shot. It's breaking clear, boots the ball wide, looking for Murphy, but Morwood's got him covered. They both hit the deck. Who's first to get up? They dive on it. Going out to meet it now as Hodges. He ran straight into Smithy, slung him to the ground. This allowed Murphy to get it out there to Rhys-Jones. He goes for a pass. Not a good one, and Favier's in the way. Whether he takes the mark or not, it's a free kick.
It's a perfect example of the disposal of the Swans at the moment, Lou.
Certainly is, Bob. Short pass by Favier over there, and a mark taken here by Tamay. He's been a fairly good player too. Tamay with a pass back towards centre field, and the mark taken here by Hodges. Hodges with the ball now, sending St Kilda back into attack. Oh, there's a good mark. Beautiful mark taken there by Cunningham. We'll go for the long kick up there towards the big fella Lockett in the front posse. Can he mark this one? Got his hands to it, couldn't hold it. Danaher coming on the scene late, and the ball is finally forced through for 1 point. So we're just on the 9-minute mark. It's 9 points the difference in favour of St Kilda. 2 goals, 3-15. The Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 4 straight shots for goal, 24 points.
McBroom coming on and Brady off for the Swans. A chance down there for Jenkett, and a snapshot at goal is close, and I think he's dobbed it. Yes, he has. Approaching the 10-minute mark of the quarter, the Saints doing it well. Knocked back by Picken. Picked up by Morwood. Morwood from short of centre field. He's gone for a pass out towards centre wing, and that's okay. It's taken by Fashini. Fashini's pass is badly directed though, and little McBroom takes it at half back. He's just come onto the ground to add a little bit of mobility to the Swans' attack. Browning out to Davis. Davis at left centre wing now. Traps the ball well under these dewy conditions. Gets it over the head of Favier. Up the half forward, Hodges goes the spoil, down to Morwood. Good place in Kilda. They're teaming well at the moment. The short pass up towards centre wing. Tamay is there, dives on it, gets rid of it. McBroom. So 2 possessions already. Davis off the ground, long kick up to Sharp. 2-on-1 out there, and Sharp wins out. Well played. Echoing your thoughts, Louis has done a good job down there in defence, the ex-Carlton player. Hodges has kicked now to centre field. St. Kilda playing in front most of the time. Round. The big fellow goes for a hurried hand pass. Keel well pinned by Smith. The Saints again get out of the danger zone. It's picked up by, or was punched away by Fashini. Back to Frangalis. Attempted smother by Sidebottom, not successful. Sharp again. Good spoil. Evans is there though. Goes to his teammate in Scott. Scott a long left footer into goal. That'll be a score, but it's not a major one. And through for one behind to the Sydney Swans when they badly need goals. 2-4-16 to 5 straight goals, 30 points. It's 14 the difference.
And we're just on the 11.5-minute mark of this second quarter. And St. Kilda doing pretty well. Ball back into play again. Out there towards that half-back line. Frawley in front, couldn't hold the ball, but he knocked it down. Picked up by Keel. These little men are doing a great job for St. Kilda. Tomei goes down. Umpire still calls players. It finally comes out to Jenkin of St. Kilda. Short pass down there. Going in there is Foyster. He goes down. Cowie goes across to help. But we see Picken there. He said holding the ball against Picken. Well, Billy has the free kick against him and holding his head. I don't know what he's holding. And his shoulder too, apparently. Now the free kick going out there to Cowie. St. Kilda combining a lot better. Ball up there towards centre half forward. That's Chilcott going at the back. There's Fashini trying to get through the pack. He loses that one. Lane went without the ball. Browning gets a hurried kick out wide. Not many Sydney Swans around at the moment. Coming out to meet it now is Wayne Carroll. A beautiful one-handed pickup out there at half-back. That's a bad hand pass. This gives Burns a chance. Witzel goes down as he tries to upend Burns. Burns upends a Sydney Swan. That time it was Davis. But the umpire might pay a free kick here against...
out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds on the full. It's not against Burns. Yes, well, it is against St. Kilda. So the free kick to go to Wayne Carroll on the centre wing position. There's the kick by Carroll across to half forward. Up the back of the pack, well picked up by Ward. He's played very well this quarter. Hand pass to Lane, that's a bad one. A fumble that time by Murphy. Barry Round gets a hurried kick, but there's little Hodges in the way. As I said before, this back line standing out pretty well for the Saints. Played a fairly good game, this fella too, Bob.
Yes, the whole back line has, Lou. They're punching from behind. They're really doing well.
Ball back towards centre field. Coming in to meet it now is Chilcott. Lost sight of it. Now he's got it. Got a clear run. A left foot kick over the centre half forward line. Morwood in front. Flying high was Condon. Couldn't hold the mark. That's all. Down he goes. Murphy couldn't get cleared. Ball comes out again. Davis is there. Umpire's found a free kick against Davis. It'll go to the fellow I was talking about, Hodges. He'll get a 15-metre penalty. Doesn't waste any time. It's a pass. And Frawley's got the mark out there at half-back for the Saints. Short pass. Knocked on by Cowie. Good play as he sends the ball down there. Fashini goes down. So does Witzel. They pile in like nobody's business. A hand pass coming out that time to Jenkin. Finally, it's picked up that time by Tomei. Up there towards the... Oh, there's nearly a mark that time to Lockett, but taken away from Lockett by Browning with a hand pass over there to Hughes in the back pocket.
Hughes, short kick. Out to the half-back line. Good mark taken by Tomei. The hand pass is on, taken by Foyster. Shrugs one tackle, but he's lost it. Could be a high tackle on one of the Swans, and that's Rhys-Jones. He'll take the free kick at left half-back flank. Short pass to Round. Round inside bottom. Back it goes to Hughes. Hand pass again, back to Barry Round. Round finally gets the kick in. Not a long one. Mark taken by Morwood. He's had a great second quarter. Morwood's kick to centre wing. Umpire has found a free kick. It's going to the Swans. Bill Picken. He gets them or he gives them. There's plenty of free kicks when Bill's around, one way or the other. And that's a good mark taken by Wayne Carroll. Up the half forward. Almost a mark. No, not pay. Yes, he's paid the free kick. Not the mark. Paid the free kick to Davis. Davis at half forward. It'd be a good kick from there. About 50 metres out from goal. There's a wrestle behind play. The whistle has gone. Who's involved in that?
Smith and Hodges.
And the end result is what? Is the decision going to be reversed, or will the kick still be taken by Davis? He's still got it. And coming in for the kick. Badly needed one if he can get it. He gets the distance only just, and it wobbles through for one behind. And that takes the Swans to 2 goals, 5-17. They trail St Kilda by 13. 7 shots to 5, but the Saints in front. Ball chipped out by Sharp towards the half-back line, and that's okay. The mark is taken by Sidebottom. He goes for the long kick, gets it to centre wing, trying to find Tomei, who's played a good game so far. Rhys-Jones claims the mark. The umpire doesn't like it, though. Flicks it back to Scott. Scott and Burns doing battle. It's out of bounds. The boundary throw-in between left half forward and left centre wing.
I think Rhys-Jones was correct in saying that he thought he should be paid the mark there.
A long way from us, though. Knocked down by Condon. Very scrambly out there. Scott can't get clear, and we'll see a ball up. Still just about on centre wing. 16.5 minutes gone. Second quarter. Ricky Quade and the Swans Brains Trust. I don't think we'll be too happy at the moment. Only 2 goals on the board, and one of those came from a free kick. Sidebottom's hand pass, not a good one. Rhys-Jones comes out with the ball, fires a long hand pass up to Smith. Smith chips it back towards centre field, and that's just about a mark for mine. Is the umpire to Wayne Carroll? He is. Carroll back to Chilcott. Chilcott, long kick up towards the centre half forward position. Yes, Round has got it, takes the mark in front of Sharp. Now, Lou, is he within kicking distance?
Well, he's within kicking distance for anybody else but Barry Round, but let's hope he kicks it tonight. I'm really behind him because, you know, he's going through a bad trot. People say this guy should retire. He knows when to retire. He's the only guy who knows it when he's got to retire. There's the kick by Barry Round. It's well on its way, but it's not a great one. Oh, there's a great mark to Kappa. What a beautiful mark. I like this fella too. There's 2 of them, one up each end, Bob, and they're really showing us what football's all about with their spectacular play, these 2 boys.
Yes, I think Kappa and Lockett, Lou, will be around for a long, long time.
They're both exciting players. I went to school with this boy's father and his uncles too. No, not his grandfather. No, his father and his uncle. There it is. It's a goal. Just on the 18.5-minute mark, 7 points the difference in favour of St Kilda. It comes out to Chilcott. He runs into Fashini, spins away nice, but not a good kick. Finally picked up by Rhys-Jones. He was grabbed, didn't have the ball that time. Scott got one pretty high, kicked off the ground to Picken. He's a bit slow getting rid of that one. They grabbed him. He still gets a short kick out there. Finally, it's picked up by Kappa again, grabbed by Witzel at half forward. And the Swans go deep into attack as it goes down to their forward line, but they're backing up well down there in defence. Frawley's kick is smothered, and it's out of bounds. It was, I think it might have been touched first.
I thought it was.
Oh, it was smothered off the boot, wasn't it?
That's right. I think the umpire, he's given the free kick to the Sydney Swans. It was certainly touched. Oh, excited about that one. We'll see that one after. Well, this could be a charity one if he kicks a goal here, Wayne Carroll, but he's a fair distance out on a very acute angle. There's the shot. He's gone for a pass. It'll be, an easy one drop that time by Evans. This allows Keel to pick it up. Well, perhaps that's a little bit of justice there as the ball comes out from Smith over to Evans. A running shot at goal, but he's off target and it's out of bounds on the full. So we're just over the 19.5-minute mark, and it's 23 points, the Sydney Swans to St Kilda 30 points as we wait now. There it is again.
We watch again.
There it is. That was smothered for sure, Bob.
And there's no doubt it came off the hands of McBoom. I thought it was a great effort by McBoom. I suppose even the boundary umpires can make a mistake.
Yep.
Half-time siren, seconds away. We won't see any more scoring in this quarter. There it is. So at half-time, let's check the scores in the second quarter final of the Sterling Cup. And it's the Swans 3-5-23, trailing St Kilda 5 goals, 30 points.
Yes, well, it certainly wasn't a high-scoring with 1 goal, 2 kicked by the Swans and 1 straight goal and kicked by St Kilda. So a 9-point margin at quarter time, a 7-point margin at half time. And I think the Swans had plenty of opportunities in that quarter, but it was a great defence by the St Kilda side. Hodges and Sharp across that last line of defence. Cronin, Frawley and Morwood well on top across the half-back line. Tomei doing a good job, although I thought Rhys-Jones was one of the players who got the Swans back into the game in that quarter, along with Browning and Chilcott and Picken were doing well on their half-back line. All in all, it was a battle of the defences, neither side able to put much of a score on the board, which is obvious by the fact that only 2 goals were kicked for the quarter. But it wasn't an exciting quarter of football, neither side really disposing of the ball in the manner that you expect, but maybe the slippery conditions have a big impact on that, Lou.
All right, goal kickers to half-time. St Kilda. Lockett 2, singles to Grant, Teme and Jenkin, and for the Swans, Kappa has their 3 goals. The Saints by 7 at half-time.
For the 5th time since the Modern Night series was resurrected in 1977, St Kilda has made the quarter-finals. They did it the hard way with a qualifying win over Queensland by just 11 points and a hard-fought 15-point win over Mal Brown's South Fremantle. One man, centre player Greg Burns, can take much of the credit. Burns gathered 11 kicks, including 2 inspiring goals in the last quarter to swing the game. Tonight, the Saints are aiming for the semis in the 1984 Sterling Cup. This is the 3rd time that former neighbours St Kilda and the Swans have met in since 1977. The one-time co-tenants of Albert Park met in a quarter-final in 1977 with St Kilda successful. In 1980, with the Saints again too good, and in 1982 when the Swans reversed things on the way to a memorable night premiership. Tonight, it's on again, and you're with us at the 1984 Sterling Cup on 7 Sports. The closest St Kilda has winning the night championships was back in 1977, when it lost to eventual premiers Hawthorn in the semi-finals. The Saints can take heart, however. Since then, no team has won the Sterling Cup twice, and that may well be an omen for the Saints. With 5 former premiers in the quarter-finals, the Saints join Melbourne and Fitzroy as outsiders, ready to carry on the traditional upsets. It's Sterling Cup action, and you're with us on 7 Sports.
Second half just about to get underway at VFL Park. St Kilda leading by 7 points. They led by 9 points at quarter time. Barry Round and Sidebottom, won by Barry Round. He's done, had a good battle with Sidebottom in the ruck. Probably Sidebottom's done a little bit better, but it's been a fairly even duel so far. The Swans now swinging to attack. Hughes gets the ball up to centre wing and just rolls it over the boundary line. And we'll see a boundary throw in the middle of the players' interchange area. Round again, doing battle with Sidebottom. Steve Talbot, of course, generally does most of the ruck work for the Swans, but he's having a rest tonight. Chance for Frawley. Pounces on the ball, can't get clear. Round likewise. The umpire has decided on a bounce. Round and Sidebottom again. Keel on the bottom of that stack up, picked up by Morwood, who had a great second quarter. Morwood chips it down towards the St Kilda right half forward flank. Browning comes in for the Swans, content to see the ball over the boundary line. Jenkin can't grab it before it traverses the line, and we'll see once again a throw in, still at half forward. Jenkin number 47. Brown gets the front position, this time from Cowie. Browning shoots out the hand pass, trying to find Chilcott. Tomei intercepting though. Gets it back towards Fashini. Now the hand pass comes out in the direction of Lane. Lane down towards the forward pocket, looking for Lockett, who had the ball on his chest. Now he's got a chance to make amends. Left foot snapshot, won't quite get there. Getting underneath it is Witzel. Hot in pursuit is Grant. Grant wins out. He's got to pick it up, though. It's very, very slippery out there now in front of the small scoreboard. Witzel trying to trap it. He didn't make any attempt to get rid of it. That should almost have been holding the ball. St Kilda players appealing for that free kick, but it will be a bounce in front of the small scoreboard at the 2-minute mark.
Out at 7 points the difference. Ball knocked back there to Hughes. He goes down just about in the back, but the umpire said play on. The ball is cleared away by Smith, but there's Sidebottom to take the mark out there at half forward for the Saints. They're in front by 7 points. It's a long kick up there looking for Lockett. He's at the back of the pack. He actually knocked that one out. Cunningham going through over to Witzel. A hand pass back there to Hughes on the boundary line, but it's kicked out. But it may have been out before it was kicked out by the big fella there. Waiting with the ball to come back into play. It's in the forward pocket position for the Saints, about 30 metres from their goal. Ball taken out now. Finally, it's a mark taken here by Billy Picken. He's short of centre-half back. Actually, he's in between centre-half back and the full-back position. Billy Picken goes wide out towards the flanks. This has put Witzel under pressure. Couldn't mark that one, but picked up by Scott. It bounced okay for him. Oh, a fumble that time by Chilcott, but it wasn't a good hand pass. Favier picks it up. Foister, I should say, down there towards the full forward position. Oh, Lockett! Is he paying it? No, he's not paying it. He said no mark. Picked up by Barry Round. Oh, a little bit stiff. Hughes goes down and the ball is finally forced out of bounds.
Is that a mark, Bob?
Well, it was pretty close. Not hold long enough, I don't think. Apparently he's not wearing the wetsuit tonight, so he had plenty of freedom there, but it was nearly a mark. Ball knocked out that time by Cowie, but I think he got on Barry Round's shoulder, and Barry Round will take the free kick down there in the back pocket for the Sydney Swans. Knocked away by Scott, but over the top of Burns that time, and it's out of bounds on the St Kilda half-forward line, about 70 metres around from their goal. They're 5 goals straight, 30 points, and the Sydney Swans 3-5-23. As we approach the 4-minute mark of this third quarter, ball comes back again to Smith. Bit of fumbling going on by both sides, but that's understandable. It's very slippery out there as Burns chips in, tries to break through a back, couldn't do so. Picked up by Wayne Carroll. He goes for a long kick out there towards the wing position. Oh, there's nearly a free kick against Frawley, but finally it's Davis getting a hand pass out to Murphy, and the little fella gets a good hand pass over to Smith. He's got a chance to send them deep into attack now. Looking up there for Brady in the front posse, punched away by Sharp. He's been doing that all night, but he sends a free kick to Brady, and he'll take that free kick about 30 metres out from goal on a slight angle. Looking very despondent there at the moment is coach Tony Jewell.
What was that for?
I don't know.
Hanging on early in the piece.
Was it?
Certainly didn't come up on the picture then. And Tony Jewell not too impressed. Craig Brady, a chance for his first goal tonight. In fact, it's his first. And he's put it through for a goal. Burns' kick up towards the centre half forward position for the Saints. Hughes was the flyer, couldn't take the mark. Rhys-Jones, did he get into the back of his opponent? No, says the umpire. He plays on. And a short pass to the point of the square, not a well-directed one, and picked up by Fashini to half forward. Witzel with Jenkins. Browning has the chance to get the ball wide to Carroll, which he does. Carroll to Frangalis. Witzel does the shepherding. In comes Fashini again, but he gets his kick in up towards the half line and taken by Scott out there. Scott's free. Short pass in towards centre field. Murphy takes the mark and plays on. Swans looking a little bit better now after that goal by Brady. He's gone for a pass. Brady can't take it on this occasion. Sharp showing a good turn of speed to try and pick up Evans. Evans on the boundary line, shoots at goal. Be a miraculous one if it was through. In fact, it's right across the face of goal. Still a chance for the Swans. Picked up by Davis. He's caught. Umpire says holding the ball. Is he bringing it back or does play continue? Lane has it, looks over the shoulder. Round says he should have gone back. Lane goes on. The pass is up towards centre field. Browning takes it. Out it comes to Wayne Carroll from Chilcott. Back to Browning. Not a well-directed pass. Down goes Fashini. The umpire says it will be a ball up at centre field. Well, plenty of action there.
Yes, I think if the umpire is going to do it, he should call it immediately rather than way after, as he did on that occasion.
Yes, nobody knew what was going on. Knocked down by Round, trying to find Wayne Carroll. He found Carroll all right, but Carroll couldn't get clear.
Hey, Scragg Burns there. I thought he'd get a free kick for sure, and he pulled his neck out of its socket.
Still there.
I think Burns gets a great go at times.
You'd be right. That's any indication.
He's had a rougher ride in his sulkies. We now wait for the ball to come out from that pack, but there's plenty of scrimmaging going on again. It's been held up there for about 2 minutes at the centre part of the ground. Just over the 7.5, or just on the 7.5 minute mark. It's a point the difference in favour of St Kilda.
Maybe the Swans have been watching rugby.
Well, it's the ball up again. Burns did a bit of buffeting there to get the ball back, but there's Frangalis in the way to take the mark. And Frangalis hasn't played a bad game tonight. Frangalis with the ball on the centre wing position, boots it well over the half-forward line. Flying high was Brady, couldn't hold the mark. Davis taps it on, but it's intercepted that time by Darryl Cunningham. Bernie Evans is there. He's grabbed, taken away from Bernie Evans. It might be a free kick for holding the man. It is. And Evans has got the ball out there on that half-forward flank. Interchange player coming on. That's Meehan wearing the headgear. Bernie Evans has shot a point the difference into the teeth of goals. It goes. As they go, oh, nearly got that one, but couldn't juggle the ball. It's on the boundary line. And finally, it's forced out of bounds in the forward pocket position. We're just over the 8-minute mark, and it's a point the difference in favour of St Kilda. Waiting for the ball to come back into play. Brady grabs that one as a go now for McBroom. Straightens up, and he's put it through for a goal. Yes, sir.
The Swans in front by 5 points at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter. Certainly revitalised. Wayne Carroll will put them into attack again. He's gone for a pass. That's a real worm bender, that one. Sharp went for the soccer tactics, not successful. Murphy spins out beautifully, and a right foot snapshot will be close. Getting underneath the ball is Odgers, so too is Davis. Evans is there with them on the boundary line. And we'll see a throw in right forward pocket for the Swans beneath the big scoreboard here at VFL Park.
Wonderful play by Wayne Carroll there.
Not that hot, is it? Oh.
It was Sam Newman camping out for the night.
He's moved from Flemken, has he? Even Sam wouldn't be that silly. Or maybe he would. Brady in the ruck. Knocks it away from Sharp. Plenty of St Kilda defenders there. Murphy overruns the ball. Picked up by Cronin. He got one a little bit too high, and the umpire says it will be a St Kilda free kick, and Cronin will take the free kick left back pocket. Swans certainly lifting their game in this quarter. St Kilda by 9 points at quarter time, 7 points at half time. Now the Swans in front. Cronin's kick up towards the half back line, thumped away by Barry Round. Carroll getting underneath it. He's been in a lot of play this quarter. Spinning out. Well, was that a throw? Umpire says no. Round comes out with the ball, fires out the hand pass to Browning. Then he had his head pulled off. The umpire calls play on. He gets clear of Meehan up towards the half forward line. Little McBroom is there, knocked away by Burns. Picked up by Davis. A long hand pass, trying to find Smith. He's got him. Smith can see. Now he's in trouble. Went the wrong way. A hurried handball picked up by Scott, and a shot at goal. It's close. Could be there. It's through. And the Swans looking $1 million at the moment. Scott putting through his first goal. They lead by 11 points.
There's some great credit must go to Barry Round there. The big fellow right in the centre of the ground, crawling on hands and knees to get the ball out. Eventually it comes to Smith. On the replay shows Brett Scott now with a snap at goal and a lovely left foot kick, giving Odgers no chance.
Just over the 11-minute mark, third quarter. It's 11 points the difference now in favour of the Sydney Swans. St Kilda going to sleep a little bit after playing very well in that first half. Barry Round doing his best tonight as the ball comes back to Round again. He juggled that one. Smith got a short one back, picked up by Bernie Evans. The ball back over the half forward line. And there's a good mark taken out there by Davis. So it's Davis with the ball at half forward. Yet to kick a goal, but he's a heck of a distance out. Would be over 60 metres out. Ball drops short. Brady flies, and he's got the mark. Well, he looked as though he was going to mark that all the way as it left Davis's boot. He's only about 30 metres out directly in front, and Brady's already kicked one goal. Into this quarter by just on 12 minutes, and at the moment the Sydney Swans leading by 11 points. So this goal could make it 17 the difference. As the kick coming up on its way. But he's up target and it's through for 1 point. So it's 12 points the difference. The Sydney Swans 6 goals, 642. Ricky Quade having a fag there and looking a lot more contented than he did in that first half of the match. To St Kilda 5 goals, 30 points. Well, St Kilda have got to lift their game as it goes out wide there. Meehan dropped that one. And Meehan kicks it along the ground, comes out now to Darryl Cunningham. He can't pick it up. He slips over, taps it back again. It's finally picked up by Keel. Back to Odgers again, ducks his head out. It comes. Meehan can't still pick it up. Finally, it's kicked up by Keel. It's a free kick. It'll go to Darryl Cunningham up there, I'd reckon. Yes, Cunningham to take the free kick out there on that centre wing position for St Kilda. There's no way in the world Rhys-Jones was going to pick that one up for him. Ball back towards centre half forward. Big side bottom. Punched away by Barry Round. Ball tapped on by Lane. Down goes Morwood. He couldn't pick it up. He piles in again. He's grabbed, didn't have the ball. Finally, a hand pass coming out. One picked up by Jeff Cunningham. He's got to go a long way away from the goals. Finally, Tomei goes out wide. And there's a go now for Foyster, but he's well covered by Chilcott, who taps the ball on. But Foyster won't give up either. He's got a chance to get clear, but he can't get up. Must be very slippery out there, but the umpire's going to be a bit sympathetic towards him and pay him a free kick. Sit on the shoulder. So it's Foyster now. Chance for St Kilda to score if they're good enough. Ball knocked away by Grant, going after Morris Lockett, but he can't pick it up. Down he goes, and the umpire said that Browning got into his back. And the free kick will go out there to Lockett. But he's a good way out from goal, about 60 metres out. He's already kicked 2 goals up to this stage of the match. Lead made by Sidebottom, but ignored. And there's a long kick. It's a magnificent kick, but it won't be long enough. Off the top of the pack and through for a point. So just over the 14-minute mark, it's the Sydney Swans 6 goals, 642 to St Kilda 5 goals, 131. That's their first behind for the night. coming to this third quarter by just over 14 minutes, Peter.
And that's their first score for the quarter, Lou. Danaher kicks the ball clear of handed foot, nearly made a mess of it, but he decides to go for the run anyway. No St Kilda player within 10 or 15 metres. The ball out towards the half-back line. That's okay. McBroom takes the mark, gets it to Browning. Browning will go for the long kick, as he generally does. Beautifully kicked down to half-forward. Davis takes the mark off the point of the square. Hand pass, not a good one to McBroom. Some of the hand passing tonight has been atrocious. Burns' hand pass is a little bit better. It goes to Cunningham. Back towards centre field. Browning takes the mark.
St Kilda's kicking's all astray at the moment, Bob.
Yes, I think both sides have got a touch of that tonight, Lou.
Browning's kick to half-forward. Keel brings it towards the member stand side. Getting underneath the ball is Teme, and he takes the mark. Teme at right half-back. A short pass. Again, not good disposal. Fashini was well covered. Two number 6s do battle. Scott trying to pick it up. Round. He crashes onto both of them. They're gone.
I reckon Barry Round's trying flat out tonight, isn't he? You can see him really giving himself a go here tonight.
He hasn't played a bad game.
No, he's battled hard.
Barry Round in the ruck, as he has been for a good proportion of the evening. Knocked down to Browning. Browning's left footer close to the boundary line. In fact, it's over it, and it'll be a free kick to St Kilda, to be taken down there by Paul Morwood. Morwood at right centre wing. Smith standing on the mark. Nearly 16 minutes gone in the quarter. The Saints 5-1, the Swans 6-6. Chance for Lane. Went without the ball. Evans shoots out the hand pass. Hughes onto Chilcott. Chilcott's kick up towards centre half forward. Capper underneath the ball, and a good mark is taken by Frawley. The hand pass. Out it comes to Gary Odgers. Odgers' kick up towards centre wing. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll be downfield. Rhys-Jones just indicating where the mark will be. And taking the free kick for St Kilda is Teme. Now chance for Lane. The ball bounces for him. Yes, it does. He's got one in the back. He must get a free kick. No, says the umpire. Goodness me. And that gives the chance to Witzel to get the ball clear, and he's gone for a long kick off the hands of Cowie. The Swans now through Kappa have the chance to go forward. Kappa at left centre wing. He's already kicked 3 goals. Kappa dodging and weaving, gets clear of Cowie, up towards centre half forward. Brady almost took the grab from Sharp, tries to get clear. Heel comes in to back up Sharp. A hand pass comes out to Darryl Cunningham. Cunningham with a short pass up towards centre field, off the chest of Frank Gargos, and the Swans can swing into attack again through Scott. Long kick by Scott up towards full forward. Here's a go for them now. Smith, 8 metres out, must score, and he's put it through.
Approaching the 17-minute mark of the third quarter, 48 points. The Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 31 points. Back towards the Swans, a half-forward line, picked up here by Evans. They're starting to fire now, the Sydney boys. There's a beautiful pass out there to Brady. And Brady'd be about 40 metres out on a slight angle and already kicked 1 goal. And Brady'll have a shot here. The Saints start to sink a bit. Played very well in the first half. Waiting on this kick from Brady, going for his 2nd goal. There it is on the way. Not a bad sort of a kick either, and it's a goal. Well, they're starting to get well on top. 8 goals, 6.54, the Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 5-1-31.
It's a good piece of play by Bernie Evans there. He read the ball well and actually jumping over opponents, and then a lovely pass. As we watch the replay, Sharp trying to apply pressure to Brady, but having no chance with a piece of disposal like that from Bernie Evans.
Just on the 19-minute mark. Sharp being moved to another position. We'll pick
Frawley
that up.
Back to full back, Sharp to centre half back.
Right. Knocked out by Barry Round. Evans gets a go back to a hand pass coming out from McBroom. Picked up by Rhys-Jones. He was grabbed. Down goes Carroll. They pounce on top of him, and the umpire will ball it up on the edge of the square. It's around about the centre wing area. Carroll coming out of the pack limping. Knocked out by Round again, going through that time as Evans, juggling the ball. There we see Burns get a high kick back, but it doesn't travel much distance. Billy Picken goes the punch. There we see Cowie jumping into little McBroom. That wouldn't be hard to do. He's only as big as an ant. And the umpire's going to ball it up out there on the centre wing position. So the scoreboard, 8 goals, 6.54, the Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 5-1-31. A difference of 23 points. And we're well on the way to the 20-minute mark of this third quarter. Ball knocked out again by Cowie. Still plenty of fumbling going on by both sides. It's scooped out. The umpire said there'll be a free kick, and it'll go to Scott out there on the wing position. He's well on top in the centre as the ball finally goes back up there. Punched away that time by Sharp. There's plenty of Swans around. That's Kappa coming out. He was grabbed, and the umpire said dropping the ball, and the free kick will go to Sharp out there at half-back for St Kilda. And they badly need a goal at the moment, Peter.
Yes, they've kicked 5-1 for the game, and that's the score that the Swans have kicked this quarter as the ball comes up, delivered by Teme, but it's picked up by Frangalis. His kick back towards the centre-half forward position for the Swans. It rebounds to Meehan. He'll go for the hand pass. That's okay, and it's taken by Cronin. Cronin down to left half forward. At the back is Nimmer, as I said, has just come onto the ground. A chance for Foyster. Taps the ball long. Intercepting is Picken. Tackled by Sidebottom. Hughes. The hand pass is okay. Back it comes to Billy Picken. On to little McBroom, who's done well since he came on. He started on the bench. Scott's there. Shrugs one tackle. Good balk. Up to half forward. Swans have done most of the attacking in this quarter. Frawley. Back to Browning, who couldn't take the mark. Round is there. Had it stolen virtually from Burns. Tapped out to Evans. Almost a throw, but the umpire let it go. McBroom down. In goes Cronin. It's pretty desperate out there at the moment. The umpire's found a free kick. Now he calls the advantage rule. It goes to Browning from Scott. Browning down towards left forward pocket, trying to find Brady. Oh, almost took a screamer. Frawley. And the pass is okay. It's taken by Cunningham. It's Jeff Cunningham. Back it comes to Morwood. They all misjudged the flight of that one. Evans has had a good quarter. Evans from centre half back. He's gone for a pass in towards centre field. Meehan late on the scene. The mark taken by Arthur Chilcott. McBroom, good shepherd. Long kick now from Chilcott, but it's too long for Brady, and the mark taken by Frawley. Frawley looks for Paul Morwood. Morwood's kick is high. Back to the centre square. Cronin and Evans jostling, and Cronin wins out. Well played. Now he can go for a run. He's well shepherded. Cronin's kick up towards full forward, and a good mark taken down there by Gary Frangalis.
Just over the 22-minute mark, and it's 23 points the difference in favour of the Swans. They're much steadier now. Ball wide. Scott coming in, shaping up as the best player on the ground in my book. Had a million kicks so far. Short pass across to centre field. It's all right, and McBroom's got it for the Sydney Swans. Another short pass, and they're looking good. And the ball finally driven up there by Davis. Looking up there for Brady. There's Barry Round trying to get a hurried kick. Finally picked up by Murphy. That's a high kick, doesn't travel any distance. Cowie knocks the ball out. Going after it now is Morwood. Brady's there too. They both go down. A hand pass. Murphy has a snap at goal, but it'll be through for 1 point. So it's 8 goals, 7:55. The Sydney Swans to St Kilda 5-1-31. 23 minutes gone, and goals are hard to come by for the Saints. Short pass. Oh, it's a dangerous one. No mark. But the umpire's found a free kick. It'll go there to Keir, the one in the back. Well, they're not delivering them. Bashini's off the ground.
Jenkins back on, Luke.
And Jenkins back on again. Well, there's a free kick. It'll go to Sidebottom on the centre wing position. But they're not having much luck when they get the ball up to their half-forward line. They can't find the full forward locker. He's got to come right up the ground if he's going to get a kick, and that certainly puts him out too far for a kick a goal. Down goes Cronin. Ball pushed on again by Scott, doing a great job. Nimmo runs into a bit of trouble there, head on and goes down. And there's a chance now for the Saints to go forward. A short pass by Hodges, picked up by, he dropped that one Sidebottom. I think he tried to get rid of it too quick, take it back to him. Well, he made the mistake. I don't know what he got that for. He actually let that go, and he hand passed before he even he got himself into position to do so. There's the kick by Sidebottom, a short pass. It'll be all right, and Lockett's got the ball now. He's about 45 metres to 50 metres out from goal. He's already kicked 2. The distance is...
Oh, he's shown he's a beautiful kick,
yeah,
though, Lou.
well, he could cover the distance. The angle is a bit acute, but let's see what he can do with it. There's the kick by Lockett. That's a nice kick, but a little bit off target. And out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick to go to Danaher down there in the back pocket. So we're approaching the 25-minute mark. It's the Sydney Swans 8-7-55 to St Kilda 5-1-31.
Lockett can't take the mark, but the umpire has ruled a push out. And the free kick going to St Kilda. It'll be taken by Tomei, who's gone for a short pass. Rounder's there, can't complete the mark. A chance for Burns. Rounder's there with him. Down goes Witzel. Round tries to tap the ball to the open. Burns still there with him. And the umpire has decided on a bounce about 35 metres out directly in front of the St Kilda goal as we enter the time-on period of the quarter. Still the Saints yet to score a goal. In fact, they've added only one behind so far in this term. Sidebottom's kick up towards the 10-metre square. Lockett is there. A good hip and shoulder gets Danaher out of the road, but the ball out of bounds. And that throw-in will take place only a few metres from the behind post. So if the Saints are to get back into this match, they badly need a goal here. They trail 8-7 to 5-1 at the moment. Round in front. Now a chance. Lane has a snapshot. Is it close? I think it's there. No, touched off the boot. And one behind. Well, that was very bad luck for the Saints. A good defence by the Swans. So 5-2 to 8-7. And that's a difference of 23 points.
Browning showing great desperation there to throw himself at the boot and unfortunately just touch it.
Well, that's the one they wanted to before three-quarter time, Pete, if they're going to have any chance in this last quarter.
Yes, they started off well. They kicked 4 goals in the first quarter, but they've added only 1 goal, 2 since then. Danaher goes towards the outer side of the ground. Beautiful kick. Plenty of distance in that. Good knock on by Rhys-Jones. Who's there? Witzel should get there first if he can pick it up. Does it beautifully one-handed. Foyster in hot pursuit. The short pass out towards centre wing. No one there for the Swans, and a chance for the Saints to swing back into attack. Driven up by Odgers towards half forward. Scott's there. Got one hand to it. Couldn't complete the mark. Picken going in, looking for a holding the ball decision, and that's what the umpire has paid. And Picken to take the free kick at centre half back. He goes for a short pass. Looks for Scott. Now, Mr. Lewis has played a very good game tonight. I'll get his stats for you in just a moment. Scott up towards Barry Round. 14 kicks he's had so far. Round, a short pass. Up towards Chilcott.
Well, he's had 24 possessions, Pete, 8 hand passes too.
That's not a bad effort, is it, under these conditions? He has been very consistent. Evans showing a good turn of speed. Could score from there. The snapshot looks good. He's got it, I think. Yes, it's a goal.
Just over the 27.5-minute mark of the third quarter. 61 plays, 32 in favour of the Sydney Swans, and they're back into attack again. There's a hand pass coming out of Smith. Short pass, it's a good one. He dropped that. Braddock tried to get it back. Coming in to pick it up now is Murphy. He goes down. Ball finally forced out again to Scott. A long kick up there towards the full forward position. It'll bounce and roll through for 1 point. So they move on to 9 goals, 8-62 to St Kilda 5-2-32. A difference of 30 points. And things not looking too hot for the Saints at this particular stage of the match. Short pass. And Tomei's got it out there at half, a little short of half back. Short pass. Coming in to meet it as side bottom. Couldn't bend down properly. Kicked off the ground by Browning. Grabbed Eo's leg that time by Round. And Cronin will take the free kick for St Kilda at centre half back. Goes out wide looking for Burns, but he ducked that time. But there's the siren to end the third quarter. And the Sydney Swans in a pretty good position in this second quarter final of the Sterling Cup. 9 goals, 8-62 to St Kilda 5-2-32.
Brownlow medalist, 300-game veteran and Swan skipper Barry Round came of age years ago. Now, the oldest man in football at 34, Round plays his 21st night match under the VFL Park lights tonight. A survivor of the original night series at South Melbourne, which was disbanded in 1971, the former Bulldog has played more night games than any other footballer, with the exception of Graham Arthur and John Dugdale, who each played 23. Tonight, it's Round and his Sydney Swans against St Kilda in the 1984 Sterling Cup.
The Swans lead by 30 points after they trailed at half-time by 7 points and at quarter-time by 9 points. Best on the ground tonight will win this prize.
The player judged best of the night series will win this powerful 5-seater Nissan Patrol hardtop. Built for rugged performance on the outside, built for comfort on the inside. Nissan Patrol, how all four-wheel drives should be. The player of the match will receive this superb portable high system valued at around $400 from National Panasonic Consumer Electronics.
So in that quarter, the Swans adding 6-3 to St Kilda's 2 points. They've added only 1-2. Bob Skilton since quarter time. Can they come back?
Well, when they perform so poorly up forward, it makes it very hard to see. But you only need Lockett to set a light for just a few moments, and I think the rest of the St Kilda forwards could get a lift from Lockett. But their back line has done quite well, although they did fall apart a little bit in that term. But it's hard to stop a side when you've got Evans, Smith, and that's probably the best that Greg Smith has played for quite some time during that quarter. He got his game flowing again. The smaller players, Evans, McBroom, Scott, Smith, all got on top. So it's very hard for players like Frawley, who has tried his heart out, Odgers and Teme.
Right, Stephen has some news for us downstairs.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, I just happened to tune in to Tony Jewell. It was a withering burst, I can tell you that, at three-quarter time. The main thing he pointed out was that to his players was to find some pride in themselves. He pointed out that Channel 7's telecast was going right around Australia, and he said what a woeful performance to be going nationally on television.
Right, well, thank you, Steve. Let's hope the message can get through. They trail by 30 points. They've got the job in front of them. We'll be back for the last quarter in just a moment. Park. 30 points the difference as we go into the term. Knocked down by side bottom. Almost picked up by Jenkins, but he fumbles. Easy to make excuses for players tonight. That was Nimmo, I think, underneath that pack, trying to get the ball out, and finally driven up by Cronin towards the Saints forward line. Picking an Academy Award performance. Not, well, the umpire didn't wear it. Grant. Good smother. Still a chance for Scott to get the ball out, which he does so effectively, and driven out of the danger zone by the Swans. That was by Frangalis up there. Good mark to Kappa. Kappa at left half forward. Well, the umpire has paid a free kick, though, to St Kilda, to Cunningham. Kappa landing rather awkwardly. Daryl Cunningham taking the free kick up towards side bottom. Side bottom in front of Brown. Chips the ball around the boundary line. Trying to find out there the mark taken by Lane. Lane right on the boundary line. He too has gone for a short pass, trying to find Cunningham, couldn't do so. The ball paddled into the open spaces, and the chance for the Saints again. It's picked up by Teme. He's gone for a long hand pass, trying to find Cunningham, not successful. It's his teammate Foyster down there, gets it. Lockett has got the mark, I think.
That was a strong mark, wasn't it?
Lockett has already kicked two. Let's watch it again.
There's not a doubt about the mark, and Lockett stands his ground well.
Certainly does.
Solid lump of a boy.
Only 18 too, isn't he, Bob?
And does move well, he leads well.
It's a beautiful left foot snap goal he kicked at the other end earlier in the match. Probably the goal of the night. It really was a gem. Tony Lockett has two on the board. Saints badly need one if they're to get back into the match. He hasn't missed, he's put it through.
And so that was the one quick goal that St Kilda really did need to give them the required lift, and Tony Jewell would have been hoping for just that, and I think he would have preferred Lockett to be the player. As we watch on replay, Lockett in the front position and Tony Danaher unable to get fist the ball. A shot from behind the goals, and a fine mark to Tony Lockett, who, if St Kilda are going to be back there, he is the player who will bring them right into it.
24 points the difference now, just past the 2-minute mark.
Knocked out that time by side bottom. A fumble finally picked up by Smith, playing a lot better tonight. A short pass. Well, they all missed that, kicked off the ground by McBroom up there towards Davis. He overruns the ball. Finally, it's out to Frawley. A hand pass coming out now to Odgers, it is. He's played a fine game tonight down there in the back pocket. Out wide towards the wing position. Chilcott gets the front posse. And, of course, doing very well as he shoots the ball across the centre half forward. And there's Smith on his own. So it's 24 points the difference. They don't want the Swans to get a goal here, St Kilda. Short pass, it'll be okay, and the ball marked here by Brady. A nice lead by Brady. He's already kicked 2 goals. He'd only be about 35 metres out from goal on a slight angle. Well, it should be all yelling out, the St Kilda players, Chewy on your boot, because if he gets this one, it could be the death knell for them. There's the kick coming in. There it is. On its way, and what's he done with it? It's hit the post. So that takes a little bit of pressure off St Kilda. 6 goals, 2:38 to 9 goals, 9:63. Just on the 3.5-minute mark of this last quarter as we wait there for the ball to come back into play by Sharp. Up there to centre half back. Just about a mark pushed down by Jeff Cunningham to his brother. His brother Daryl takes the free kick. A short pass out to Odgers, and a good mark out there towards the half-back flank position for St Kilda. Well, another quick goal. Get it up there to Big Lockett if they possibly can. Down goes Cowrie and Picken. Chilcott couldn't get clear. Finally picked up by Meehan. Tries to get a hand pass out to big side bottom. Evans goes in, tries to get through the back. They grab him and the umpire will ball it up around about the centre field area. Still the difference at the moment is 25 points in favour of the Sydney Swans.
Ball up to be contested by Cowie and Round. It's won by Cowie, knock on by Meehan, intercepted by Chilcott. The umpire says a free kick to the St Kilda player, and Meehan will take the free kick just a little bit down from centre field. Meehan goes straight down the ground. Can't find Lockett. Danaher is there. He's got it. Oh, pinched by Lockett. He can't get up though.
Grabbed him by the leg.
Yes, he's played a trip. So Tony Lockett, who is a long way from goal, would be 65 metres. Would need to be a mammoth kick to get it anywhere near the goal from there. But he's a good kick. Let's see how close he can get it. Went for the extra distance. Not really successful. Chance for Cronin. He's well caught out there. The umpire says no. The ball was held to him. And it will be a ball up some 15 to 20 metres out from the goal. St Kilda's full forward position. 6-2 to 9-9 at the moment. The Saints trail, knocked down by Cowie. Can't find anybody down there. And the Swans now get clear. It's Frangaris up towards centre field. At the back, knocked away by Sharp. Rhys-Jones is there. Got one in the back. The umpire says that's what it will be, a free kick. Rhys-Jones to take the free kick for the Swans at centre field. He's got a 15-metre penalty. Teme going over the mark. Rhys-Jones now goes straight down the ground. Chipping in, Brady. Quick kick, out it comes to Morwood. Morwood to Keel. Keel too goes straight down the ground. The Saints desperate now. No mark there. Picken, almost had his hands taken off by Burns. Out it comes to Witzel. Witzel's kick is wide out towards the centre wing position. Loose ball for them to chase out there, but it's over the boundary line in the middle of the interchange area, and it'll be thrown back into play. 9-9 to 6-2 in the Sterling Cup.
By golly, that was close, Pete. That one Burns let go. Well, he took his hand off. Ball kicked up there by Evans, but it could be out of bounds. So it'll be a free kick coming up here to St Kilda on that centre wing position. And I think it'll go to Jenkins. Yes, it'll be Jenkins to take the free kick on the centre wing position with St Kilda down by 25 points at the moment. Well, they all flew for that one. It's Picken coming up. Well, they all stood down there and looked. Good play by Picken. Ball back there towards the wing position and just about a mark. A mark to Hodges. I think it'll be St Kilda's best player, Bob.
Yes, he and Frawley have done extremely well right through the night.
There's the kick by Hodges over centre half forward. Players set themselves again. It's taken off the top of the pack. Frangalis comes out of it. Good player. Hand pass over to Browning. They're backing up well down there in defence, the Sydney Swans. Bernie Evans with a great mark. Oh, he's not paying us. He's paying that. Good mark over the top of Morwood. Burnley's had a great year this season with the Sydney Swans. I think he's played about one bad game. I think that was against the other week. We watched him play. Against Essendon, I think it was. No, this the week before. There's a mark, and we'll go to Smith. He got one in the eye, and he'd be about 45 metres out, directly in front, and Smith's already kicked one goal. He's gone for a short pass. It'll be okay. And it's little McBroom to take the mark, this time about 30 metres directly in front, and McBroom's already kicked one. Not the most stylish player in the world, but he's a little battler. He has a go all the time, this little guy. It's touched on the line by Frawley, still doing a great job down there in defence. It's a point, so it's 26 points the difference as we approach the 8-minute mark of this last quarter, the second quarter final of the 1984 Sterling Cup. Ball out there by Frawley. Coming in to meet it now as Cronin picks it up nicely out there at half-back, gets away from Scott. Hooks the ball there, looking for Tamayo. Flying high was Rhys-Jones. Nearly marked that one. Goes down, but the umpire said to be paid the mark. Now he's called play on, but he's kicked it back there, and a mark taken there by Cronin at half-back for St Kilda.
He's gone for a pass. It wasn't a good one. Plenty of pressure there. Lost it. Down goes Murphy. The umpire's found a free kick to the Saints or the Swans. Who's going to take it? Cunningham.
We're pushing the back, Pete.
So Jeff Cunningham with the free. Onto Morwood. Tackle by Scott is late, almost too late. It could have almost been a free kick downfield. Mark taken by Picken over the top of Barry Round. Barry got one in the head. Browning. Long kick by Browning, trying to find Kappa. Kappa's got the run of the ball. If it bounces okay for him, it doesn't. Just a little bit too quick over the boundary line. And the throw-in will take place adjacent to the small scoreboard, 9-10 to 6-2, a difference of 26 points. So the throw-in, almost left forward pocket for the Swans. As we see another interchange, Fabian coming back onto the ground for the Saints. Lane, hand passed it to himself. No, it wasn't Lane, it was Sharp. Now the Saints get out of the danger zone through Cronin. Cronin's kick up towards the centre wing position. Picken to Browning. Browning's left footer trying to find McBroom. Is it inside the boundary line? Yes, says the boundary umpire. And McBroom has the mark right on the line. Little McBroom looking for Brady. Has the ball knocked away from him. Picked up by Sharp. Did he make hard work of that?
Tell you, he had 3 weeks to get rid of that. He could have posted a letter by the time he kicked that.
It'll be a 15-metre penalty. Or is it, what's he doing? Yes, it is a 15-metre penalty.
Back behind the mark. Hadn't lined up behind the mark.
I think what he wanted to do, let the umpire know he had it.
He held it up. So Kappa goes back, take 2 at the 10-minute mark of the final term. The Swans seemingly with the game well and truly in their keeping, although stranger things have happened.
Certainly have.
Kappa now, he's already kicked 3 goals. He won't score from there. He's gone for a pass, trying to find Brady. Couldn't do so. Good hip and shoulder by Cronin. Oh, in goes Chilcott, a flying shot at goal. What's he done with that one? One behind. The Saints breathe again. 9-11 to 6-2.
27 points the difference at the 10.5-minute mark of this last quarter. Waiting for the ball to come in, but they're putting up a better show this quarter, St Kilda, Bob, but not quite strong enough for the Swans. Are playing with a lot of confidence. Short pass.
Still a long way from goal going that way, Lou. They've
should go directly
nothing
down.
direct about the way St Kilda are going forward.
Well, there's about 15 in that pack of hand pass coming out now. A chance for Jenkins to get it over. Favey is caught, but down he goes. A hand pass from Scott out to Rhys-Jones on his own. Going after him is Hodges. But he takes it very easily and gets it out wide now. Coming in to meet it is Davis on the boundary line at half forward. Scoots around the line. Has kept the ball in as he hooks it back there looking for Brady. Down goes Fuller. This has given Brady a chance, but it beats him. It's out of bounds. Out of bounds in that forward pocket about 10 metres around from the Sydney Swans goal. They're in front by 27 points. We'll wait now for the ball to come back into play. It'll be Barry Round again. No, it'll be Capper against 2 of them. They're finally knocked out, picked up the pack that time by Darryl Cunningham. Ball out there towards the half-back line. There's a chance now for down he goes that time. It was Keel, a short pass back there again, and a mark taken here by Cunningham. That's Darryl Cunningham again, a little short of that half-back flank position. Short pass. They all very round missed that one. There's a chance now for Burns to get him back into attack as he kicks the ball out to the wide open spaces. Meehan's there, shows a bit of pace to get away. A long hand pass coming over now. It's Fabian going for a pass to Bennett. Intercepted that time, and we see Rhys-Jones popping there to take a good safe mark. I said Bennett, I meant Lockett. Bennett played there about 15 years ago. There's the ball back again. Finally driven up there towards the half-forward position. That was McBroom kicking it back to the centre of the ground, but they can't pick it up at the moment. There's plenty of fumbling going on. Sidebottom tried to get it out, and the umpire said there'll be a free kick to Scott. Scott's kick is out wide. Evans goes there. Crown at the back, missed it. Coming in to meet it now as Hodges had a fresh air shot. This gave Davis a chance, but Hodges won't give up. Going in to back him up is Sharp. Burns off the ground for Sheeny back on, and that's Morwood taking the ball away from the danger zone for St Kilda.
Morwood's kick up towards the half-forward line. No mark. Hughes is there. Intercepting is Frangalis. Back it comes towards the right half-forward flank for the Swans. Chilcott leading in the race for the ball. Grant right on his hammer. Grant, in fact, wins out. Could have almost got into his back. The umpire says no, play on. Burns does. Gets the hand pass out and taken and turned by Darryl Cunningham. Back to Burns. In comes Meehan. Browning right after him. Meehan. Oh, shocking pass down to Fabian, though. He picks it up beautifully. Left foot kick, though, a little bit wide. Has he got it, Lockett, or no? I think it's out of bounds. And Lockett just outside the boundary line, so the free kick going to Anthony Danaher. Danaher in the right back pocket for the Swans. 13 3/4 minutes gone in the final term. Fashini will come back onto the ground. in front, side bottom. Round goes for the punch on. Grant trying to intercept. Picked up by Frangalis again. Gets around for Sheeny. Up towards little Davis. Robes it beautifully off the pack, Davis. Long kick down to full forward. Could almost be a score. He's got it, I think. It's a goal. Approaching the 15-minute mark now of the final term. 71 plays 38. The Swans just about set for a berth in the semi-finals of the Sterling Cup as it's knocked away by Barry Round from the centre circle. Smith burrowing in there. The ball gets booted out by Scott, I think it was, up to half forward. They're doing all the attacking now. Kappa takes the hand pass at half forward. The Saints, though, desperate in defence, trying to get the ball away. Little Mick Broom comes in to try and pick it up, not having any success. Odgers drags his opponent down, and the umpire has decided on a bounce about 35 metres out from goal.
33 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans. Into this quarter by about 15 and a half minutes. As Pete said, they look like going into the semi-final of the Sterling Cup for 1984. Stack up here, and umpire still letting things go on, and will ball it up now around about the centre half forward area for the Sydney Swans. Well, St Kilda have tried, but I think the lack of experience has told on them here tonight, Bob. They've tired badly after half time.
Yes, but you can't take anything away from some of those youngsters like McBroom, Frangalis, Chilk. They've been the players that have taken the ball away.
Ball driven up there by Tomei over towards centre half forward. Oh, good mark to me, and got in front of Witzel that time. He's got the ball at centre half forward. Look up there for Lockett making the lead. Lockett comes out now. Oh, Danaher got a backhander from him then on the boundary line. Tell you what, he's got a touch of devil about him too, the young fella.
Yes, I don't think there's any worries about Lockett.
Beautifully built boy. I think he's still only just, 18, isn't he?
18, Luke.
So he's got a great future ahead of him as we see the ball picked up by Davis, slipping and sliding. He's still lost it. Must be very slippery out there as Billy Picken ducks the head as usual. Finally it comes back as a go now. Foyster has a running shot at goal. It hooks it back, but it's hit the point post. And there'll be a throw in that forward pocket position for St Kilda. And they're trailing by 33 points as we approach the 17-minute mark of this last quarter. Lockett in front. Knocked out that time by Cowher. They all jump in there. No one can get up. It's Keel coming out now. A snap at goal, but it won't make the distance, or will it? Hit the post. So it's 1 point again. So they move on to 6 goals, 3-39 St Kilda to the Sydney Swans 10-11-71. Just over the 17-minute mark. Ball back into play by Danaher. Out there towards the half-back flank position. Rounded side bottom. Ball pushed out now. It's Meehan getting the ball back there towards the full forward position. Danaher smothers it well, kicks it out wide, going after Scott, but it beats him, and there'll be a throw in from that half forward flank position about 65 metres around from the St Kilda goal. But goals are hard to come by for the Saints at the moment. Cowie and Round for the knockout. Fumble, Rhys-Jones fumbles too. He's trying to get through the pack. He eventually does. Goes for a hand pass. Kicked off the ground by Smith. Ball driven up there by Hughes. Down towards the forward pocket position, but comes back now to Brady, but Frawley's right on his tail there. He can't pick it up. Down goes Sharp. Kappa's there with him and is finally forced out of bounds. So just on the just over the 18-minute mark, it's 10 goals, 11-71 the Sydney Swans to St Kilda, 6 goals, 3-39.
Swans well and truly with the game in their keeping now, it would appear. Sharp went for the knockout, couldn't get it to a teammate. A chance for Hodges to pick the ball up, but it's very slippery. Hodges still trying to get clear, not having any success. The umpire letting it go a little bit, and the Swans just about able to get it clear. Hughes, long shot at goal. That's going pretty close too. We'll wait on the goal umpire, and he's put it through for 1 behind. 18 and a half minutes gone, 10-12 to 6-3. So that's a difference of 4 goals, 9.
Jeff Cunningham pretty sore there.
If you saw players tonight, and still that guy out there with his beach umbrella and just about a bare top. Somebody must have let him out for the night. On the boundary line is Tomei, picked up by Rhys-Jones. Long hand pass fired out towards Brady. Up towards little McBroom. That was Condon rather, and McBroom takes the mark. Not much of McBroom.
He's done well though.
He has. Make Paul Callery look like a giant, I think. His kick into the goal square. Looking for Condon. Condon couldn't take the mark. In fact, that's been rushed through for 1 behind. And so that takes the scoreboard now to the Swans 10-13, 73. St Kilda 6-3, 39. So a difference of 34 points. Tony Jewell looking rather worried, as well he might. Hope nobody takes a razor up. He probably cut his throat at the moment. Round, a chance to pick it up, couldn't do so. Out it comes to Davis, shrugs one tackle well. Trying to get onto the left foot, does so. Up to McBroom, too long for him. Favier takes the good mark. Favier is at centre half back for St Kilda. Brings the ball wide, a short pass. Trying to find Darryl Cunningham. He does so. Cunningham at left half back flank. He too has gone for a pass up to centre wing, but Browning intercepting well. Over the head of side bottom, back to Davis. The Swans looking all right at the moment. His pass down to Scott at half forward. Scott, a hurried hand pass. On to Bernie Evans, one of the best on the ground. Fashini's tackle a little bit late. In towards full forward, and a good mark taken by Kappa, and Kappa runs in to kick his fourth goal.
It's Tomei driving it up there. Danaher on the way. Finally a hand pass coming out now to Hodges. Oh, that's a bad kick. And there's a chance now for Bernie Evans to go for a pass. It'll be a good one and marked here by Smith. Smith there at half back. Swans doing it pretty easily at the moment. Smothered by Kappa. He tries to tap it out. He's grabbed. And finally it'll be a free kick. It'll go there to Sharp, and Sharp will take the free kick for St Kilda at centre field. He's kicked it out wide. Hodges is put under pressure here. They've got him all over the place. Oh, down goes Witzel. Got one in the leg. I think it stung him a bit too. Got that right on the shin, I would say.
It'd hurt tonight, wouldn't it?
Well, that's right. Doesn't look too good, young Witzel. So it'll be a ball up at half forward for St Kilda, about 60 metres out from their goal. And they're trailing by 40 points. There's the accident now. I think he got it right on the shin, Bob, didn't he?
It was amazing it wasn't a free kick.
Yeah. Finally it comes out now to Meehan. Hooks the ball back. There's 3 St Kilda players here. He can't drop this, and Tomei's got the mark within kicking distance.
Jeff Cunningham doesn't look too bright.
No.
Neither does Witzel, holding that right wrist, it would appear.
He might have landed on his wrist. Tomei coming in for goal number 2, and of course the difference 40 points in favour of the Sydney Swans. There's the kick well on its way, and it's a goal, and a badly needed one.
It's 32 points the difference. That means the Swans have only picked up 2 in this final quarter. Pushing the back there against Scott. It'll be a St Kilda free kick to be taken by Lane. Lane at centre field. I think time might have run out for St Kilda though. That excellent third quarter by the Swans after they trailed at half time. Knocked away from Cowie. McBroom pouncing on the ball, fires out the hand pass. That's okay. Picked up by Frangalis. Nimmo it was. Brad Nimmo, the former North player. To centre half back. Going down as Frawley. Umpire calls play on. Socket off the ground by Sharp. Back towards the centre circle. Jenkin knocked out of the road. Round goes for the hand pass taken by Rhys-Jones. Good tackle by Jenkin though. In goes Temei. Seemed to get one at the back. The umpire says no. Picked up by Grant. Grant in plenty of bother. The umpire says though it was a high tackle. Grant will take the free kick near the centre circle for the Saints. 15-metre penalty applied by the umpire. Brings Grant almost up to the centre half forward position. He's gone for a pass. Who's he looking for? Almost a mark, or will it be a free kick to Fashini? Browning in hot pursuit. One of his former teammates, of course. Meehan paddles it in front of him. Will he get the favourable bounce? He got a good shepherd. Still can't pick it up, Meehan. Now he's got a hand pass out. Picked up by onto the left foot. Snaps it back. Hodges is there. And the ball knocked over the boundary line by Nimmo. We'll see a throw in right forward pocket for St Kilda. 32 points the difference. We're half a minute away from the time on period of the final term in the second quarter final of the Sterling Cup. Cowie and Round. Knocked down by Cowie. Frangalis grabbed very, very quickly. And the umpire has decided again on a bounce. It's only about 15 to 20 minutes out from the St Kilda goal. Knocked down by Cowie again. Chance for little McBroom. He's socketed off the ground to get it away from Meehan and succeeds in getting the ball over the boundary line. Left half forward flank for St Kilda. 25 minutes gone.
Don't tell me that fella's not cold. He'd have to be kidding, wouldn't he?
Nipple show out from here.
It's only about 6 degrees. There we see Bernie Evans get it now. A snap at goal by Cowie. 34 points the difference at the moment. Ball hits the deck. Finally Frangalis. Now Hodges has a hurried kick, but he's off balance that time when the ball is out of bounds. So it'll be a penalty free kick down there to Frangalis. 11-13, 79 the Sydney Swans to St Kilda 7-3-45. So there's about 4 minutes to go before the end of this quarter, and it looks as though for sure it'll be the Sydney Swans into the semi-final of the Sterling Cup. Barry Round got one hand to it. There we see Hughes picking it up as he was grabbed, runs to centre half back, a hand pass coming over to Bernie Evans. Played a great game tonight. Goes for a pass. Looking here for Kappa. No, it falls short. Kappa's got the chance now. Down goes Favier. Kappa's got the back of him. He can't get it out, but he won't let go, and the umpire will ball it up as he wrestles there with Favier. The ball up about 35 metres out from the Sydney Swans goal, and they're 34 points in front at the moment. Knocked or grabbed by Sharp. He fumbled it, goes after it again, slips over, gives a hand pass back there to Morwood, but in plenty of trouble. Finally, a hand pass comes out there to Brady. Straightens up, fires at the goal. He hooks it right across. Oh, sits Smith on the chest. Oh, it might be a goal by Kappa. Yes, it is.
5 goals to Kappa.
I think Smith lost sight of that one completely, Bob.
I think it might have even hit Greg in the face, but Warwick Kappa once again proving he's in the right place at the right time as we watch a quick hand pass from Murphy to Brady. Witzel going up one-handed, and Smith did lose sight of it. Kappa coming through to put it through for his 5th goal.
Just over the 27-minute mark, 85 plays 45. 40 points the difference in favour of the Sydney Swans, knocked out by Barry Round. Back it goes there again. We see Jenkins trying to get clear. He was grabbed when he didn't have the ball, and the St Kilda little man will take that free kick at centre half back. Ball kicked short. Off the top of the pack. Here's a go now for Fasheen. He's been off the ground tonight. Back on again for this quarter. He's having a bit of a run. He's going to be in trouble if he doesn't kick it. He hurries it up there. Going after it now is Lockett. He's got it on the line there. Goes for a hand pass back there to Keel. Keel falls over. It finally comes out now to Hodges. Oh, well tackled by Nimmo. It comes back to Davis now. Plenty of scrimmaging going on. It's little Hodges trying to get the ball up there towards the goals, but there's too many defenders there, and Rhys-Jones just carts it through very easily. So just on the 28-minute mark, it's 46 St Kilda to the Sydney Swans 85. Rhys-Jones kicking off to Barry Round. Barry Round, hand pass to Browning. Possibly the best kick in the Sydney Swans side. And there we see the ball driven up there by Hughes over the centre half forward position. Knocked on by Condon. Well, he's thrown to the ground, Kappa that time. Coming out is Darryl Cunningham. Hand pass over to Favier. They'll take the ball away from that back pocket position. And there's a mark taken here by Grant. Grant of St Kilda. Should go straight down the ground. There's the siren to end the game, and St Kilda are done here tonight. And the Sydney Swans go into the second semi-final of the 1984 Sterling Cup. 12 goals, 13.85 to St Kilda 7-4-46. Well,
3 goals for Lou since quarter time. They had 4 straight on the board at quarter time, and they could only add 3 goals for the rest of the night. And I think that tells the tale. Whilst the Swans from that period added 10 goals, 10. In the last quarter, it was 3 goals, 5 to the Swans, 2 goals, 2 to St Kilda. And if you do not kick goals, well, then you cannot expect to win games of football. There wasn't enough support up forward for Tony Lockett, as Mark Witzel looks a very, very sore player holding his arm. Warwick Kappa, 5 goals, whether at full forward or centre half forward, really giving value for the Swans. They had fine players in defence. Fran Garlis did well. Wayne Carroll was a good player. Barry Round certainly showed people that he's going to be around for quite some time to come yet. And
no pun intended.
But we did see.
I think it shows the big heart that Barry Round's got. He's going to go down fighting, Bob, isn't he?
There's no doubt about that, Lou, and I think he really tonight will do Barry Round the world of good. He got some touch back, some life back in his legs, and brought the smaller Swans players into it. And it was those smaller players who, from half-time onwards, absolutely cut St Kilda to pieces. But it was a team effort from quarter-time onwards. St Kilda just couldn't kick the goals.
39 points in favour of the Swans, and they'll be into the semi-finals of the Sterling Cup. A 39-point victory to the Sydney Swans. The Saints looking good at quarter time when they led by 9 points. They couldn't go on with it after that, though, and for the Swans, Kappa finished up with 5 goals. Brady got 2, singles to Davis, McBroom, Evans, Smith and Scott. And for St Kilda, Lockett got 3 goals, Tomei got 2, singles to Jenkin and Grant. A 39-point win to the Sydney Swans. That puts them into the semi-finals of this rich night competition. And of course, they were the title holders a couple of seasons back. Gentlemen, that brings us to our Best Player of the Evening award. Before you go for your comments. I can tell you that both Jack and Stephen have gone for Scott, who had 17 kicks and 10 hand passes. So how did you see it?
Well, that was a fair effort by Scott, but they had quite a few other good players. Browning played a solid game, and of course it's the best game we've seen Smith play for quite some time. I thought Evans was good, and I was impressed with Frangalis and Chilcott, plus the fact I'm just about swayed to go for young Capper because I think he's a very exciting player. But seeing that Scott set up the game for the Swans when they were in trouble, I'm going for Scott.
All right, 3 votes for Scott. Bob, how did you see it?
Yeah, Scott did play an extremely good game. I thought for St Kilda, I just tried his heart out right throughout the night. Frawley did well. So too did Teme, who had a hard job of picking up Rhys-Jones. I pay big credit to McBroom for his play around the packs. His handball was constructive. And it was a good team effort by the Swans from quarter time onward. But I must agree that of the smaller players, Evans was outstanding, and Scott in the centre turned the game, particularly in that third quarter, but Scott was my best.
All right, Scott, a total of 27 possessions, and he'll be our award winner for tonight. And of course, that puts him in line also for our award for the player of the series.
The player judged best of the night series will win this powerful 5-seater Nissan Patrol hardtop. Built for rugged performance on the outside, built for comfort on the inside. Nissan Patrol, how all 4-wheel drives should be. The player of the match will receive this superb portable hi-fi system valued at around $400 from National Panasonic Consumer Electronics.
Big news is that Jack Edwards has been allowed into the rooms tonight. He's gone into the Swans dressing room to find Brett Scott, and hopefully we'll have Brett for our award presentation after this break. Brett Scott, the winner of our award tonight. Let's go down to the Swans dressing room now. Jack Edwards is in there, and here he is.
Thank you very much, Peter. That's a little bit of a pun on your part, I take it. Well, Brett Scott, well done. You've won the National Panasonic Award for this evening after a great game of football.
Thanks very much, Jack. Thanks a lot. It was a great team effort.
Alf Potter was telling me a story about one day coming back to Melbourne with you when you had your broken jaw, you couldn't eat, you couldn't talk, you couldn't think, you didn't know what had happened to you. How many years ago was that?
It was about 2 years ago. We played Fitzroy up in Sydney, and I got hit early on in the jaw, and my jaw swelled up and I couldn't talk, and on the way back they put me up in the first class, and I was sitting next to Alf, and he's trying to make conversation with me, but I couldn't talk.
Yeah, this is your 4th season now, Brett. Now, how many games have you put in 4 years?
I've played 33, I think, 33 games all up. I missed most of last year, had an operation on my shoulder, but hopefully I can get a few more in this year.
Well, there was a shot of you just now kicking a goal in tonight's game, and your stats are going up now. There you are. You've had 7 kicks, 10 handballs. That's certainly a big part of your game. You took 6 marks, and you got 3 free kicks. You've had a fairly productive night. It was my thought that out of the centre you gave Swans, a lot of drive.
Yeah, well, it wasn't just me. I was Bernie and Greg Smith, and Roundy did well in the rucks. He sort of a team effort to get out of the centre. I don't think you'd really say one guy gets out of the centre. I think it's a team effort.
You had a lot of players out tonight that played on Saturday.
Yeah.
Can the Swans make the 5?
Well, it's our belief we can anyway. We're quietly confident.
What about next Saturday?
Melbourne are a good side. They're pretty hot at the moment. They're a good running side, but if we play our game and we get our game going, we'll make them chase us, and we should have a good show.
Well, you've certainly got a lot of followers, I know, up in Sydney. You also have a few still down here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So have you any words of advice for them?
Just get to the game and give us all the support. We need support in both places.
Well done, Brett. As I said, you've won the National Panasonic Award for this evening, and there's certainly a very lovely award to win.
I'd like to thank National Panasonic for donating the award. I'm sure all the players that receive these awards are very grateful. Thank you.
Well, thanks, Brett. Only a young player, and I'm certain has a great future in league football. Back to you, Pete.